Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Just Messing Around. Um, I'm Shane. Today, we're gonna sync to my cloud storage. Cool. So this is happening. We're gonna be building an actual boat on this episode of Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Just because I've been showing you how to build random things, I want to show how to build practical things. Just ignore the lag. It happens sometimes. Any second. There we go. So I'm gonna show probably an easy way to build boats. We could build either a small boat, big boat, doesn't matter today. Whatever boat we want to build. Alright, so firstly, once again, you always start off with a seat. Okay? And then second step is always your power. Once again, I go for the super thingy majiggy there. Super engine, there we go. Yeah. And then we add some fuel. Super fuel is pretty good. And once again, on a boat, you want to make sure most of the weight is in the back. So actually, we're going to change these around a wee bit. There we go. Then we're going to go ahead and change the body shape here. Use some wedges. And this is just going to be a very simple design for a boat. Nothing in particularly fancy about it. It's literally just a boat. So basically what I did is I'm kind of rounding it up, making it nice and pretty. Because I do like, even though, yes, it's a boat, it doesn't have to look pretty. I like to make it look pretty. But that's just me. Let's see. Sorry, trying to figure out how exactly I want to do this. Because I could do one of these, but then it's not going to look as good. Um, hmm. Yeah, I guess that'll work. It's kind of pointed in the front, which is going to produce a little bit of drag, but it shouldn't hurt us too bad in the long run. Actually, I take it back. We're going to just revamp this whole section. And we're going to use wedges the whole way. Gonna wedge there, wedge there, wedge there, and wedge there. That's going to give us more of that kind of pointed shape. And then here, we're going to go out of space, and we're going to have the actual boat part of the boat. Which then, of course, we can get just the regular cubes, put the cubes in. Nope, 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 buttons. There we go. Sorry, minor technical difficulties. Alright, so there we have kind of the rough shape of what the boat's going to look like. I'm just going to add another little cube wedge shape thing right there, just to make it kind of a little bit more stable. And that should stabilize it quite nicely right there. And then we're just going to fill in the bottom a little bit. Add another little section here. Pop in a wedge going that way, and a wedge going that way on both spots. Basically, this is just going to make it to where it goes through the water quite nicely. And then let's add a little bit more power here. So something super heavy, which is the large engine. What we could do is flip this around just so, like so, and have 3 big engines on the back. Then we move to propellers. And this one's going to be a little different. It's going to have some small propellers, but they're going to face backwards here, backwards here. We're going to have 3 small ones there, but then we're going to add a large folding one back here as well. Which to do that, we need to go to body. There we go. And add a little section there for it to stick out. So what this is going to allow us to do is, once we attach this, it'll be an extra boost. Oh, right. Once again, like every boat, you kind of have to add sinker or floaters, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and add some down on the bottom here, I guess. I'll add one there, 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 and there. And I need to replace the block that I just destroyed because that's holding on one of my propellers. There we go. Yeah, words are not working with me at all. There we go. So now let's go test this boat out and see what it does. So as you can see, there's more weight in the back, which allows for high speed turning, and it also allows the engines to get better grip. Now the thing with a big propeller, when we activate that, it gives us a speed boost compared to just going normally. It'll also help going in reverse as well. But as you can tell, this is a really fast boat. Really fast. We could also add wings to it to make it fly if we wanted to, or you could just kind of take off if you want to. You don't really have to. It's just kind of one of those weird things. Now, once again, you can take, with this kind of boat, you can take the floaters, deactivate them, and still stay afloat. So you don't have to have the floaters, it just helps if you're starting a race in the very beginning. And so that's how you build just a simple little boat. But now what we can do is we can actually change this completely. And we can, I mean, I don't really like going small. I like going big just because it looks much better in my opinion. So let's stick a big seat. We'll get some engines. We'll do a super engine. A couple large engines, because why not? We'll get a few medium engines. I'm actually going to change the seat position to back in the back. Kind of raise it up just a little bit. And of course, what is a fancy, awesome boat without some jets? And what I'm going to do is this is all going to be in the very center of the boat, so you're not going to see any of this. I'm going to try and hide all these engines. Basically what this is right now is it's just an insanely fast rocket. Now for the fuel, we'll add some super fuel in here. We'll add some large fuels. Fuels are good. A couple mediums. Let's see. Where would a medium be good? There? Yeah, there looks good. And just one small because why not? So basically, that's the general shape. And we're going to go to the body. We're going to do some cubes. Just because cubes. You want to go a little bit longer than the actual ship itself. just so you can kind of hide everything. And then we kind of get this slight wedge shape going on here, and that's going to be just the bottom of the boat. Now we get the wedges, and we're going to kind of build this up in the front the way you would an actual boat. So the front is actually going to be a little bit more pointed than the once again, words are failing, sorry. The bow, which is this part here, is going to be a lot it's going to pop out more, just because that way it gets a little bit better handling and everything. And then also, what most big ships have is like a panel type system here. So this is basically, I believe it's called the keel of the ship. And if you want, you can add a rudder. You don't have to. It just looks nice. But that's basically the shape of the ship. But now we're going to add a little bit more for the body, just to try and kind of cover everything up. Kind of try and hide everything. Okay. Also, making a ship like this takes a lot of resources, most of which I ran out of. So we're going to switch over to light, which isn't going to look as nice, but it'll look okay. And we're just going to have this kind of cover everything up here. We'll leave the seat intact, but everything else is going to have to go. Basically what I'm doing there is I'm adding like the little captain's quarters type area. This is going to be more of a pirate ship than anything. So it's going to have kind of different levels to it. And then, let's see. Need to just go out a few steps. Okay, well, seems I've actually reached the maximum number. So let's go in here and we'll take out not that piece. We'll take out a few pieces here and there. Fuel, random blocks. Okay. And we'll delete those. That'll give us a little bit more surface area to build with. Alright, so I'm actually going to take this part out completely. And sometimes if you build too big, a lot of stuff doesn't work. And that's pretty much what happened here. So too big doesn't always pay off. Super wedge. Then we're just gonna kind of finish off the bow here. Add a little bit more shape. Now that we've done all that, we just have to add the propellers to it. And just because I like doing this to my boats, especially my ships like this, we're going to add some balloons to it. What this should do, it should allow us to go and fly and it'll look pretty cool. And there we go. We have officially created a flying rocket jet boat. Because why not? Then if you get rid of the balloons, once again, you have a really fast ship. But it doesn't handle too well in the air. In the water, it handles great. Everywhere else, not so much. But it's fun to just experiment a little bit, do things here, do things there. But that's basically a simple tutorial on how to build a giant jet boat. It's not even a tutorial, it's just me building because I have fun with it. So if you guys like this, just let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of it. I'll keep trying to put out more. If you don't like these, oh well. But that's basically it for this episode. I'm going to try and build some slightly better looking boats in the future. But actually, I take it back. We're not done yet. We have to do one more thing. And that has to do with the power. Notice on the engines it says fuel free. What kind of pirate ship doesn't have sails? And now it is complete. Equipped completely with sails and everything. All is well. Except it doesn't float because I didn't add any floaters to it. But whatever, you get the idea. It's a boat. It flies. It's a good day. Well, anyway, everyone, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode.